talk about this Tyre Nichols case. Now, to be honest, I didn't follow it in real time when it was happening. I have since been reading more and more articles about it, watched the video, and I'm just looking back at like the last 2, 3 years. And I remember watching the entire George Floyd scenario go down and thinking how crazy it was that this is even happening. The response to what happened to him across the nation, all the protests, all the destruction. I think there was like 12 police officers killed through those riots and protests, and countless people hurt, and billions of dollars in damage done over what happened to him. And then the major outcry of police reform. We need police reform. And obviously, we still need police reform, because even in the wake of all of the other things that have happened since George Floyd, which is just one instance of several, of lots that happened, nothing's changed. The only thing that seems to have changed, from my perspective, is people just don't talk about it. People don't riot. People don't protest. People don't go crazy. Now, there was 2 weeks ago a riot in Atlanta that was pretty rough over a police training facility that's being built. And, you know, our governor declared a state of emergency, wanted to bring in like all these National Guard troops, lock Atlanta down. And that wasn't even over one particular incident. I watched the video of the Tyre Nichols thing, and I got to say, I'm just like amazed. I'm amazed that police officers could do that to somebody. And now, granted, they've all been charged, right? I think 5 or 6 out of them have been charged with second-degree murder in this case. But there is not a situation that I could even possibly think of where 2 individuals, or let's just say 5 individuals, beat somebody like that and are not immediately incarcerated. No bail, locked up, peace out, gonna put you on trial. Like, this isn't even a matter of evidence. This isn't even a matter of like, maybe they didn't do it. No, they 100,000% killed that guy. And I'm trying to, like, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what could have possibly even triggered that? I don't know. I don't see the video of the traffic stop, but this all stemmed from a traffic stop. And if you want to know why people don't want to be around police officers, this is why. You're driving down the road and you see a cop behind you, get off that road. Like, in my mind, I cannot think of a single incident where a cop is going to make life better. And that's crazy. It's crazy to think. Like, what scenario is by bringing a police officer into your life, is your life going to be better? It's almost never going to be better. You know, if you're calling them for help, how many times have we seen lately where someone has called the police for help, and the only thing that the officer has done is just ruin someone's entire life? Easy. I look at it all the time and I think, oh, you get pulled over for a simple ticket. This guy got pulled over for apparently reckless driving. I don't know what went down at the scene of the incident, why he decided to run, but clearly he should have ran, because he was being pulled over and accosted by people who ultimately killed him. They killed him. You're thinking, oh, why did you just comply? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Why did these guys feel the need to beat this man for minutes? I mean, we're talking about, I watch professional fighting. I watch UFC. I love it. I love watching people beat the crap out of each other in a controlled environment as a sport. You cannot soccer kick somebody on the ground in any combat sport. Yet these guys felt the need to just soccer kick this dude over and over again. Stand him up, beat him with a baton. It's mind-boggling to watch. And then they think, what do we do about it? I mean, those guys need to go away. A second-degree murder, for sure. You know, the only thing that keeps it from first degree was it premeditated, because that is what determines first-degree murder. Second-degree murder is non-premeditated, but with intent, I think. Clearly, they intended on leaving that dude for dead. At some point, that was what it was. They determined that this individual his existence was no longer necessary. And it was, for whatever reason, their right to take it away from him. And I think about that anytime I see a police officer. Honest to God. I see a cop driving down the road. That dude is out there right now. He's going to ruin someone's fucking day. And it's insane to look at that and think that. But it is. And I think that's just where we're at. In 2023, this is where we're at. And if you want to be political about it, our administration doesn't seem to care at all. There's no reform happening. There's nothing happening, even on a state, local level. There's nothing changing. Hire more cops. They're not changing the way they train them. They're not changing the way they vet them. They're not putting them through psych evals. They're not making, limiting the amount of time they're on the street, dealing with this stuff. None of that. This is going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. And on my channel, I posted another video about another man, Anthony Lowe, who was murdered this week by cops. A man with no legs, killed by cops. And I can't wrap my head around it. He had a knife. Okay. You have 4 police officers with body armor on, guns, tasers, probably mace or pepper spray, all the things. And the only thing you can come up with is to shoot that dude 10 times. I don't know what we do. We got to do something. Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to talk about it on the show, I'd love to chat with somebody about what's happening and just get your take on it. We got to do something because every week someone gets killed. Every single week. Nothing seems to change. That's all I got on that one. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.